Jesse here with Dip N Go Autocolor. Today we're going to be reviewing the most popular sprayers for plasti dipping. We're going to give you the most popular three. We're going to go over the pros and cons of each gun, and then we're going to tell you which gun we use in the shop and which one's our favorite. Alright, first up we have the Wagner Double Duty Control Sprayer. This is a very popular gun as far as plasti dipping goes in the plasti dip community. Some of the pros of this gun is it's a single unit, it's very compact, it's easy to use right out of the box. You just got to take the hopper off, fill it up, and pop it in. Nothing to it. Now, the cons of this gun. This gun is a big problem when you're spraying. What happens is this back unit here gets way too hot, heats up the plasti dip. When you're spraying, the viscosity and consistency of the dip becomes inconsistent. Now, when you're spraying a car, that's a problem. You're going to have really heavy marks up top, really light below, really heavy in the middle, what have you. Also, this gun suffers from what we call artifacting. What happens is that somewhere in the mechanism, plasti dip builds up, and then when you're spraying a car, boom, a nice big nodule of plasti dip comes out, sticks to the vehicle, and then that coat doesn't look very good, doesn't look professional. So, besides that though, this gun is pretty good. I wouldn't recommend this gun for more than 5 uses. Our gun failed us after about 6 times, and this is our 3rd gun, so I really wouldn't recommend this gun. Alright, so that's that gun. Next up we have the Control Sprayer Plus. This is another Wagner model. This is an upgrade from this. It's a 2-unit system. You have the gun with the hopper, and then you have the spraying motor here. Now, it's 20 feet of hose, so you have plenty of time for that charged air to get cooled. The good pros of this gun, very sturdy, easy to clean. You can take this entire mechanism apart, take off the fronts, the hopper, you can just soak it all in thinner, clean it up real good, and then you're ready to spray again. Now, the downside of this gun, same problem with the single unit. It suffers from the artifacts. When you're spraying, somewhere in the mechanism it builds up. Then you're going to have a couple nodules spitting out. You're not really too sure what causes it. It's not a texture issue, it's just a matter of the dip. Somewhere it's building up. Another thing is when you're spraying these, between the two, the fans are heavy on the top, heavy on the bottom, and the center fan is pretty light. So when you're making your passes, you really got to keep them tight. That's something to be aware of before you purchase any of these units. Would I recommend this unit? Absolutely. It's a great unit. It's solid, and it's about $100, so it's really not going to break the bank. So between the two, obviously I would recommend this one. All right, let's go to the next sprayer. This is the Graco 2900 spray station. You have 20 feet of hose as well, just like the Wagner. It's a 2-piece system. You have the gun with the hopper, and then you have the motor. A couple of pros of this gun is that it's very consistent in its spray. When you're spraying, it's even from top to bottom. It sprays down so smooth and so heavy. You could put down about double the product as the Wagner. It's really, really efficient sprayer. Another pro is that the metal pin inside makes it easy to clean. You don't have to feel like you're going to break it. There's no fear there that you're going to break it while cleaning. But also, because of that metal pin, it cuts the dip off really well in between sprays. Now, the cons of this gun. The cons, they're pretty big cons. Now, these guns are good, and they do the job really well, but something to think about when you're purchasing your gun is if you like cleaning, because this gun is a pain in the butt to clean. After each project you do, if you have the hopper screwed in there, you're going to need some thinner to release that hopper, because it gets locked up in there between plasti dipping. Also, up in here, in this little chamber up here, dip gets stuck up there like none other. You're going to have to clean that out. You're going to have to soak it in in thinner. You're going to have to get that plasti dip out of there, because if you're going from multiple colors, especially in the same day, you're going to have to clean that out, because if you're switching from black to white, there's going to be white residue or black residue in there. It's going to get your coat, believe it or not. It almost hides in there. It took us a while to figure out where all the crevices were in this sprayer that we needed to clean. Another con of this gun is it's flimsy. You can see me bending it. It doesn't feel like it's a solid gun, but it is. Also, right here, if you have a 4-nozzle system, we actually shaved off the top and the bottom nozzles. Because these air nozzles, the ones you're not using, the dip actually gets stuck on the ones you're not using. So if you're going for like a real nice coat, you're going to have a nice chain of dip hanging off here, and then that's going to get on the vehicle. So before you use this sprayer, you're going to want to shave off the top and the bottom nozzles. You won't be able to fan up and down, but you never need to do that anyway. So just keep it, up and down fan instead of left to right. Shave off the 2 nozzles here. That way you can get a nice consistent spray. You don't have to worry about any of that chunk spray. I don't even know what you would call it. But other than that, There is a backpack option to this. The backpack option keeps the cleaning of this gun super simple because it's hoses that goes in there. Would I recommend the backpack for a single guy doing a job? Absolutely not. It is way too many hoses. You have a single hose here, that's enough to worry about for one person. Now try adding 2 more hoses to that same one person. He's going to be overwhelmed with trying to keep track of all his hoses. Not to mention he has a backpack on. He's going to be toting that around, taking it off, putting it back on, taking it off, putting it back on. That sounds like a nightmare to me. If you have somebody to help you, backpack is a huge option. It's a huge advantage to these other sprayers because you have twice as much dip, and actually 4 times as much dip, and you're able to put down a coat more evenly because you have more time of spraying. You don't have any time for it to dry. That pretty much wraps it up, guys. As always, I'm Jesse with Dip N Go Autocolor. Keep track of us on our YouTube channel, like and subscribe us. Check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/dipngo. Our website is coming, I promise you that. And if you have any more questions or concerns, please leave the comments down below, and I'll have everything in the description for you. All right, thanks a lot.